everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. This time we're looking at AI and how it's changing the game for construction project management. We're going to be focusing on NiftyPM and Palantir AIP today, and luckily we've got some really interesting sources to help us do that.
Yeah, this is a hot topic, and for good reason.
It really is. I mean, one article even said that AI is basically mandatory in construction now if you want to stay competitive.
And it makes sense, right? It's not just hype, it's about working smarter, faster, and avoiding those budget blowouts everyone dreads.
Absolutely. But, before we go too far, I think it's important to bring it back to what matters, you. How does this actually impact your projects? We're not just talking about robots on the construction site.
Exactly. This is about using AI to make smarter decisions, anticipate problems before they even become problems.
Oh, so you mean like fewer delays, tighter budgets, less of those stressful project hiccups?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm sold. So let's break down these tools. We'll start with NiftyPM. One of the sources we have positions it as the really user-friendly option. Like that tech-savvy friend who just makes everything easier.
Yeah, there's a lot to like about Nifty, especially if you're just looking for a really solid project management tool that's not a pain to actually use.
And they've got the testimonials to back it up, too. One user even said Nifty was the glue my business was missing. It seems like it really brings everything together.
It does, but when we start comparing it head-to-head with Palantir AIP, we do start to see some limitations in how deep Nifty's AI features really go.
Okay, so maybe not the best fit for everyone. Okay, well, speaking of a good fit, or maybe more like a powerhouse, let's talk Palantir AIP. Our sources actually call it a data powerhouse, and I think that really gets to the heart of what it does best.
What's interesting here is that Palantir AIP isn't just about making your data look nice in spreadsheets. It's about uncovering the hidden connections in all that data to give you really insightful, actionable information.
So not just what's happening, but why it's happening.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense. One article even put it as teaching AI to speak construction. So it's like AI that actually understands the details of these projects, not just some generic software.
That's a great way to put it. And that's really what allows AIP to deliver those aha moments. Like imagine predicting equipment maintenance needs before something actually breaks down.
Oh, wow. That would be a game changer.
Right. Or even optimizing your supply chain in real time to avoid delays. These are really tangible benefits for construction project managers.
Those sound amazing, especially for those really complex projects with a ton of moving parts. So Nifty, super user-friendly, and AIP, incredibly powerful. How do you know which one is right for you?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
I think choosing the right tool really comes down to understanding your needs and your priorities.
Okay, so it's more than just ticking off features on a list.
Exactly.
It's about finding the right fit for what you actually need. I like it. And this is already a lot to think about, but then you bring in Nifty's AI-powered templates. You're telling me they can use AI to build out your entire pre-construction planning workflow for you.
Yeah, it's impressive stuff.
That could be huge for anyone who's used to, spending hours setting that up manually.
Oh, absolutely. And for many businesses, that level of AI assistance might be all they need to see really significant improvements. But if we look back at that head-to-head comparison of Nifty and a Palantir AIP, we see that Nifty kind of touches on AI, but Palantir AIP really dives headfirst into the deep end.
Yeah.
AIP's ability to connect with so many different data sources, sensors on your equipment, live weather data, even accounting software. That's what makes it really powerful.
So Nifty is great for streamlining everyday tasks and making sure everyone's on the same page.
Exactly.
But Palantir AIP is for unlocking those next-level insights that could really give you a competitive edge.
Exactly. It all comes down to what you need from your AI.
No, even though it seems like Nifty and Palantir AIP are getting all the buzz right now, it's like Nifty helps you keep the train running on time, but Palantir AIP is telling you where to lay the tracks for maximum efficiency.
I like that. And don't forget, the insights you get with AIP are on a whole other level. We're not just talking about, hey, this task is overdue. It's more like, based on the weather forecast and how similar projects in this area usually go, you might see a 2-day delay on phase 3. But here are a few ways you can minimize that risk.
Ooh, okay, that's wild. It's like having a crystal ball, but one that actually gives you, useful information.
That's the key difference.
Yeah.
And it's not just about avoiding problems either. It's about making every single part of your project better.
Okay, so let's say I'm a construction project manager, right? I'm listening to this and I'm thinking, AI is amazing, but I have no idea where to even start. What advice would you give?
I'd say, first off, don't feel like you need to jump into the most complex solution right away. Start by figuring out what your biggest pain points are. Are you drowning in paperwork? Are you struggling to keep projects on schedule and within budget? Figure out what you want to fix, and then you can start looking at the tools that can actually help you fix those specific things.
That makes a lot of sense. Don't try to do everything at once. Focus on what matters most to you first.
Exactly.
And, our sources do make a good point that sometimes no choice is also a valid choice.
Oh, for sure.
You can always stick with what you're using now, see how the technology develops, and then jump in when the time feels right.
Absolutely. It's all about finding what fits your needs, your budget, everything. And hey, remember that user who called Nifty the glue that held their business together?
Yeah.
They were onto something. Nifty is really designed to keep all your project elements in one place.
Yeah, and they talk a lot about those AI-powered templates, being able to use AI to build your entire pre-construction planning workflow. That's huge, especially if you're used to doing that manually.
Right. And for a lot of businesses, that might be all the AI help they need to see a big difference. But then we look at Nifty and Palantir AIP side by side, and we see that Nifty sort of uses AI, but Palantir AIP is like, hold my beer, watch this. AIP's ability to connect with all these different data sources. I mean, sensors on equipment, weather data, even accounting software. That's what makes it so powerful.
So Nifty is great for making those everyday tasks easier and making sure everyone's on the same page.
Yeah.
But Palantir AIP is for getting those really high-level insights that could give you a serious advantage.
That's a great way to put it.
Now, I know we've been talking a lot about Nifty and Palantir AIP because they are getting a lot of attention right now, but our sources mentioned 8 other tools on top of Nifty and Palantir AIP. So really, we're just scratching the surface here.
Totally. There's a whole world of AI tools out there, and each one is kind of focused on a specific thing. Like, take Togal.ai, for example.
Oh, yeah. What are they up to?
They're using AI to completely automate quantity takeoffs.
So no more manual measuring?
No more. Just AI precision.
I bet anyone who's ever spent hours hunched over blueprints is loving that.
Yeah.
What about staying on schedule? I feel like that's another big one.
Definitely. Our sources mentioned Fieldwire as a total game changer for that.
How so?
It's all about real-time project tracking and reporting. It pulls in data from everywhere and gives you a really clear picture of what's actually happening, what needs attention, all that.
Okay, so like an AI project manager who's always keeping an eye on things.
Exactly, but way less intimidating. And on the topic of cool tech, we can't forget OpenSpace.ai.
Oh, yeah, they're doing some really cool stuff.
Right. 360-degree site capture and analysis.
Yeah.
That's like Star Trek level stuff.
It really is. So you can basically walk through the job site virtually, see how things are progressing, even spot potential safety hazards all from your computer.
Exactly. Pretty amazing, right?
It's incredible how much AI is changing the game in construction. We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We really have. From NiftyPM being super user-friendly to Palantir AIP with all its data power and everything in between.
But I think the biggest takeaway here is that AI is just a tool.
Absolutely.
It's up to us to use it right.
Couldn't agree more. And to me, using AI well in construction means being open to letting the data guide your decisions, getting everyone working together, and always looking for ways to get better.
Well said. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I think it's important to remember that the future of construction, it's not just about fancy robots and algorithms. It's about people using these incredible tools to build smarter, safer, and honestly, just better buildings.
It's about combining the power of AI with human creativity and experience to shape the world around us.
That's an exciting thing. So whether you're just starting out in construction or you're a seasoned pro, just remember, the AI revolution is here. Grab your hard hat and let's get building. That's all the time we have for this deep dive. We'll catch you in the next episode.